Socialites, it's here. Thunderbolts has officially landed in theaters, and let's just say, this squad is bringing more baggage than a red carpet at LAX. From Bucky's brooding new look to some major post-credit scene shakeups, we're breaking it all down. Because this isn't your grandma's Avengers. Let's break down Marvel's newest not-so-super squad. The Thunderbolts are basically the Avengers' messy, morally gray cousins. Assembled by the always calculating Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who's giving evil Nick Fury with better shoes. This team is a cocktail of chaos, trauma, and tactical gear. Roll call, please. Yelena Belova, the new Black Widow with killer eyeliner and even sharper comebacks. Bucky Barnes, still haunted, still hot, now upgraded and emotionally unavailable. Red Guardian, Soviet super soldier and lovable dad bod bruiser. John Walker, US agent, America's wild card. Let's just leave it at that. Ghost, phase-shifting loner with serious don't-talk-to-me energy. Taskmaster, the mimic assassin who knows your next move before you do. Bob, or Sentry, the wild card with god-tier power and an emotional support problem named the Void. Before we dive deeper into Thunderbolts, let's rewind the tape, shall we? Because these characters didn't just pop out of nowhere. No, darling, they've been through it. Start with Black Widow. That's where we first met Yelena Belova. Snarky, stylish, and dangerously good at what she does. It's also where we saw her complicated history with the Red Room and her even more complicated family. Enter Red Guardian, her muscle-bound Soviet dad figure, and Taskmaster, who was, let's just say, less talk, more deadly mimicry. Then came the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Picture Bucky Barnes, post-brainwashing, trying to atone for decades of assassin sins while navigating therapy and trust issues. Throw in John Walker, a man who took up the Captain America mantle and promptly fumbled the bag. And you've got the makings of a Marvel mess we couldn't look away from. Ghost slipped in quietly during Ant-Man and the Wasp. Literally. Ava Starr's powers let her phase through walls, but emotionally, she was already halfway gone. Her story's tragic, her motives are murky, and she's exactly the kind of wildcard this team needs. And let's not forget Hawkeye. Yelena showed up with a vendetta, a sharp tongue, and a whole lot of unresolved grief after Natasha's death. It gave us a deeper look into her pain, and her penchant for dramatic rooftop confrontations. Of course, if you want to understand Bucky at his broodiest, go back to Winter Soldier and Civil War. That's where we watched him go from Steve Rogers' long-lost bestie to brainwashed killer to reluctant hero. It's tragic. It's intense. And yes, it's absolutely essential. So if you haven't seen those, consider this your official homework. You don't want to sit through Thunderbolts without knowing who's traumatized by what. Let's talk about the man of the hour, shall we? Bucky Barnes, our brooding Winter Soldier turned reluctant team player, is making headlines. And not just for his emotional growth. No, it's his new Thunderbolt skin that's sending the internet into a spiral of thirst, nostalgia, and unfiltered admiration. In Marvel Rivals, Bucky rolls in with a look that says tactical, tortured, and totally in charge. Picture a monochrome blue jumpsuit, functional but fitted, paired with black combat gear that screams, "Don't mess with me unless you want a vibranium backhand." It's grounded, it's gritty, and it's giving spy thriller with trust issues. But the real star? That darker, sleeker prosthetic arm. This isn't the shiny Wakandan version we saw in Infinity War. No, this one's all sharp edges and muted menace. Like it's been through the wars and came out moodier. And in case you missed it, yes, he's barefaced. No mask, no goggles, no hiding. Just raw, stubbled Sebastian Stan staring into your soul. The design team clearly knew what they were doing. Let's be real. This isn't just a costume update. It's a full-on rebranding. And we're here for every gritty, glorious detail. Now here's where it gets heavy, socialites. Bob, aka Sentry, isn't just another powerhouse. He's carrying more psychological baggage than an entire therapy retreat. With powers on par with a god and a dark alter ego known as the Void, he's both the team's biggest asset and its biggest threat. In Thunderbolts, Bob is portrayed as emotionally unstable, haunted by trauma, and uncertain of his own identity. When he snaps, the consequences are catastrophic. And let's just say, based on a certain post-credit scene, his story is far from over. The ripples from this film are about to crash into Phase 6, and we are so here for it. Now, if you came into Thunderbolts expecting the usual Marvel formula, snappy quips, colorful costumes, and a skybeam in the third act, well, prepare to be emotionally blindsided. Because this film, it's heavy, in the best way. At its core, Thunderbolts is about second chances, the kind you don't always get in the superhero world. Every character is wrestling with something. Yelena is still carrying the weight of Natasha's death, trying to find her place in a world that doesn't make sense without her sister. Bucky's grappling with guilt that's practically woven into his vibranium arm. And Bob is a walking contradiction. Part savior, part time bomb. The Void isn't just his alter ego. It's the manifestation of everything he's afraid he'll become. And yet, there's something beautiful here. Amid all the shadows and scars, this dysfunctional squad starts to feel like a family. A messy, broken, emotionally constipated family, but a family nonetheless. The film doesn't shy away from the mental toll of heroism either. It dives into grief, addiction, identity, and what it means to live with the consequences of your past. And while there are moments of humor, and yes, a few killer one-liners, the emotional weight hits harder than a vibranium punch. Even the visuals reflect it. Dark palettes, stark lighting, and camera angles that isolate more than they empower. It's not flashy. It's personal. Intimate. Like we're peering into the psyches of people who usually wear masks, literally and emotionally. And somehow that makes the action hit harder. Every fight feels like a breakdown waiting to happen. Every victory comes with baggage. This isn't good guys versus bad guys. It's damaged people trying, sometimes failing, to do the right thing. So no, it's not lighthearted, but it is raw and real, and weirdly, kind of beautiful. It's Marvel, but make it therapy. So, is Thunderbolts the Phase 5 finale we needed? Absolutely. Between Bucky's evolution, Yelena's emotional arc, and Bob's literal meltdown, it's a character-driven gut punch wrapped in tactical gear and existential dread. And those two post-credit scenes? You didn't hear it from me. But they're setting the stage for Fantastic Four and Avengers, Doomsday in ways that'll leave your group chat screaming. That's your Thunderbolts lowdown socialites. From skin reveals to phase reveals and everything in between. Seen the movie? Still crying over Bucky's new look? We're here for the breakdowns, both emotional and cinematic. Hit that like, drop your Thunderbolt takes in the comments. And of course, subscribe so you never miss a moment of Marvel mayhem. That's the tea from me. Keep it classy, socialites.